Hello, everybody. It's time for another episode to check out 5 properties under $56,000. Welcome to How Much House for the Money. Hope you're all having a beautiful day and your cup is always full of happiness. So we're going to begin right here in Arkansas because why not, right? This is $55,500 house. It's the highest price in today's episode, and it's only been on the market 12 days. It was built in 1995. It's sitting on a little more than a quarter of an acre with 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and it offers 1,224 square feet of living space. So let's check it out at 1012 North 12th Street in Augusta, Arkansas, 72006. And Augusta, Arkansas is in Woodruff County, and the population is just under 5,600 people. Now, I have to say, this looks mighty pretty, doesn't it? Very nice with a metal roof, covered entry. You have a little carport. Looks like we have brick along the front along with vinyl siding. Very nice. Now, your property tax rate in Woodruff County, Arkansas is 0.58%. So that's what the town assessor is going to come and base your property taxes on. $55,500, you guys. And the median home values in this area are right around $90,000, I think is what I found. And you can always have home inspections. Go check out the neighborhoods. Do your research and things. Go check it out in person. And as always, the listing agencies and the addresses for these properties are found in the description box below. And remember to leave me a comment. Let me know where you're viewing from. Let me know what your weather's like, how you're doing. And remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell because you know that house you're not looking for may be in the next episode. This looks like it's been well cared for, so let's keep going here. Nice. Looks like laminate flooring. Now we can always lighten up the interior wall colors if you want to brighten it up a little bit. Yeah, this is nice. Looks very clean. Looks like you could move right in there. $55,500, you guys. And if you're new here, you're welcome to meander through the episodes. Definitely check it out because this is where you find houses with low price and high potential, houses that you might maybe bypass if you looked online. And I'm here to open your eyes to show you what you can find in these areas for these price points. So you're welcome to share these episodes also. Look at that. There's our kitchen. So you have a laminate countertop with an electric range. You do have what looks to be a window above your double sink. We can salvage cabinets, can salvage appliances. We can bring life into these houses because houses need people and people need houses, right? So here's your laundry area. Nice. Better to have one than not. There's one of the bathrooms. $55,500. Now, if that's your living room, it's pretty spacious. And when you get there in person, of course, these photographs may not do a house justice, right? So you got to really get in there and get the lay of the land and see how you like it, get the vibe, get the feel. Call it your own if you like. How's everybody out there doing? Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Cheers, everybody. Here's another bathroom. So it looks like the house has been closed up. You can always ask how long it's been vacant. You can do a little research yourself online. And a couple of the houses in today's episode may qualify for a 401k rehab or rural rehab loan. And you can always check that out and put in the address and see if they qualify. Because one of these is really cool and it's under $33,000 and it has more than an acre. Yeah, this house looks very nice and clean. Now there's your slider doors off the side that we saw in the exterior photograph. Nice, $55,500. Closet space is always good. 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, a little more than 1,200 square feet. Plenty of room to add another carport or a garage, it looks like. This is very pretty. It's nice that it's vinyl sided. Low maintenance. Very nice. Okay, so let's get some details. 1012 North 12th Street in Augusta, Arkansas. Built in 1995. So here's what we see of the street view. Wow, that's very pretty. So it looks like we're on a corner lot. Do have some neighbors, but there's no one over on the right side, which is very nice. Yeah, you could plant shrubs, put up a privacy fence. But again, drive around, do some research on your neighborhoods and things. And here is where we are on the map. Augusta, Arkansas. So you do have some amenities nearby and parks. So we're to the west of Riverside. We are to the east of Bald Knob. And here we are. So Little Rock, Arkansas is down here to the southwest. And there you have it on the map. So we have Jonesboro up to the north. There's Highway 57. Conway's down to the south. Pine Bluff, Arkansas is down here to the south as well. And here's where we are on the map. Little more than 1/4 of an acre with this. Yeah, look at all that vacant land. That's pretty. And there you are. Nice square parcel. Looks like you could walk that neighborhood or ride your bike very easily if you like. And it states here, it is a cute house on a corner lot with covered parking, split floor plan, and a metal roof, laminate flooring, 2 full baths. You're close to the highway, and it is a HUD-owned property. And so you can always make offers. These properties are placed on the market to be sold. And let's see here. It was sold for $75,000 back in January of 2023. Then it states it was sold again for $94,000. And then it was listed for $69,000. Now they're down to $55,500, and the house is 31 years old. And the tax assessment states it's on $98.40 is $73, but you can always call Woodruff County Clerk's Office for the accurate tax records. $55,500, however, in Augusta, Arkansas, with a little more than 1/4 of an acre, and looks like you can move right in there. Now we're going to head into Rock Island, Illinois. This place is sweet. $50,000 for this one. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and the house has 1,107 square feet. This just looks like it has a lot of character to it. It's at 3222 22nd Avenue in Rock Island, Illinois, 61201. And it's been on the market only a day as I upload this video, and it was built in 1918. So let's check it out. How much house are we getting for our money in Rock Island, Illinois? So in Rock Island, Illinois, we're in Rock Island County. Population is around 142,000 people. Your median home values are right around $170,000, and your property tax rate here is 2.99% in Rock Island County. So let's check this out because it's $50,000 nonetheless, and it has potential. So there's your little side entry. You have some paved parking. It looks like we're also getting a detached garage with this one here, and it's $50,000 house right here. Look how pretty that is. So it looks like we have some landscaping that we could spruce up this spring. Nice, a lot of parking. Look how pretty this is. Oh my goodness. And I keep using the word pretty. Sorry, people. I just see a lot of potential with this. Oh my goodness. Nice fireplace. Nice windows. Beautiful woodwork. Now I would think that we're going to find hardwood flooring beneath that carpet. Somebody go check this one out. Yeah, this is very nice. It's a lot of character. So there you have a nice archway off to the one side, and then looks like the kitchen is off to this side. So this is a house that you could possibly get in there and open it up a little bit if you wanted. But it's got light and bright interior walls. Woo, look at our powder blue bathroom. And we can't even close that lid today, you guys. You're going to need a new commode. But nonetheless, we do see your window right there in your right above the tub, which is nice. We can salvage cabinets. We can salvage faucets, things of that nature, fixtures. It's got beautiful woodwork. So there's looks like it could be one of the bedrooms. $50,000 property right here. $50,000 for a piece of real estate. And remember, these are the asking prices. So these are opportunities for you. You people out there that want to spend, you don't maybe you don't want a mortgage, or you want to borrow very little, whatever the case may be, these houses are worth a second or third or fourth look. So here we're going to have a little issue with the ceiling. Now maybe it needed a roof, or maybe it needs a roof. All the more reason to go check it out in person. Ooh, look at that. That's a pretty kitchen. So we have a gas range with a range hood. Beautiful cabinets. Now, I'm not sure what's going on with the floor. It looks like it's vinyl flooring, and we do have a window above your double sink. Wow, that's a very pretty kitchen. Look at the interior doors. Very nice. Now, it's going to need some cleanup. This is the kind of house you can't be afraid to get your hands dirty, right? But very nice counter. And you do have what looks to be a backsplash that might need to be That might need to be replaced. Yeah, this has potential. There's your maybe a basement. Is that washer and dryer's there? If it works, it's one less thing you've got to go out and buy. Wow, look at this. Got some nice shelving in the basement too, so you could put your canned goods down there, or just great for storage. $50,000. Look at all the trees. I bet that's going to be really pretty in the next few weeks. There's your square parcel. There's your neighborhood. All right, so let's get some details off of this one. And here's your street view. Look how pretty that is. I know I keep saying it. Okay, so here's one view from Google. It looks like a beautiful neighborhood. Let's go back in and look at some older photographs. More dates. This is when the shrubs were trimmed right down. So that's from that was from 2011. Just gives you a view of the neighborhood from many years ago. So those shrubs could be trimmed back down, but that just shows you how pretty it is in the spring and summer. And here's where we are on the map. And again, this is Rock Island, Illinois. So you have a lot of nearby amenities. So there's the Iowa line up here to the north and over to the west, not too far from it. And you have East Moline over here to the east. We have Milan and Oak Grove down to the north, down to the south of us. And we're in Rock Island right there. And we have, Reynolds and Taylor Ridge and Oak Grove, as I mentioned, down to the south. And here's where we are on the satellite. It doesn't tell us the size of the lot, so let's see if we can get a glimpse of that right here. Look at that. Very nice. That's $50,000 with a detached garage. And it says here, investment property or first-time home buyer, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, ranch house sitting on an acre in the middle of the city. So you're going to get municipal water, sewer, and utilities, and you have an acre in the middle of the city. There's a lot you could do with that. A lot, especially if you wanted to have like a community garden, maybe a little home-based business. Fantastic find. $50,000, and on an assessment of $41.80, it says the taxes were $17.75, and the house is 108 years old. But again, call the Rock Island County Clerk's Office for accurate tax records. $50,000 nonetheless. That's the asking price. We're going to head into Greensburg, Louisiana. Look at this house. It's on 1.75 acres of land for $49,900, under $50,000. It's been on the market for 55 days. It was built in 1975. So it has 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom with 810 square feet. And you'll find it at 12799 Highway 10 in Greensburg, Louisiana, 70441. So let's take a look and see how much house we're getting for our money in Louisiana for under $50,000 and almost 2 acres of land. Look at this. So in Greensburg, Louisiana, we are in St. Helena Parish, where the population is just under 11,000 people, and the property tax rate in this area is 1.62%. So again, that's what your town assessor is going to come out and gauge your property taxes on. So it's a little higher in St. Helena Parish. However, the median home values in this area are also $331,000, and they're asking $49,900 for this. Why not check it out is what I say. So if you're in this area and you're looking in Louisiana and you want a little bit of acreage, go check it out and let us know in the comments. Under $50,000 for a house you can call your own, where you can have privacy, seclusion, a garden, animals. You can have me over for pie. Can't forget that, right? Let me know which is your favorite flavor of pie in the comments. I don't know. Mine would be hard-pressed. I think strawberry rhubarb I'd have to choose right now. Okay, so look at this. So here we do have a little outbuilding there, and there's your laundry line. Sorry, I went right past it. I'm thinking about pie. And so here we are with our bathroom. So it looks like you might have your single tub there with your window above it. This might be the living area. And again, we might find hardwood floor beneath that carpet. $49,900, 1.75 acres. There's your kitchen. Now that has character. Now again, this is the kind of house we may be able to get in there. Maybe if it needs a header, but maybe we could open it up. Or maybe you like to have your kitchen separated. Nonetheless, we could add another, like an island area here. There's a lot of room in that kitchen. So we see linoleum on the floor, electric range. Look at that thing. I bet it still works. This has character, doesn't it? Let me know what you guys think of these houses under $56,000 today. Why not? Look. Yeah, that's a cute kitchen. So we do have a little bit of an overhang there behind that stove where you could add some counter high chairs. Looks like you have a wood stove. $49,900, 1.75 acres. Yeah, this one's nice. I think that's, I see potential. Possibilities. Look at this. Look at those drapes. Yeah, this just needs cleaned up, but I bet you could move right in there. Somebody go check this one out. This is in St. Helena Parish in Greensburg, Louisiana, $49,900. Yeah, sweet find right there for somebody that wants a little bit of land. 12799 Highway 10. It's been on the market 55 days, built in 1975. 70 goody. Okay, so let's see here. Here's where we are as far as your neighborhood. But again, check it out. But I bet the house is right here behind all of that privacy. Nice. And here's where we are on the map. Okay, so you do have Darlington Grocery nearby. Shout out to them. And Sweets by Jada. Shout out to Jada. And let's see here. We have J&J Bar Rodeo Pen. Cool. Okay, so we are here and we're above Gilead. And we are, let's see, south of Chipola. And we've got, let's see, New Zion over here. And here's Greensburg. And here's Clinton and Gurley over to the west of us. So this is northern Louisiana, right below Kentwood and right off of Highway 55. Right there you go. Baton Rouge is down here to the south of us. And of course, there is your coast. So here's where we are on the map. Let's check out 1.75 acres, under $50,000. And as I've mentioned many times, you'd be hard-pressed to find almost 2 acres in some states for this kind of money, let alone with a house on it. So that's what appears to be the satellite view of it. But again, check this out. It's at 12799 Highway 10 in Greensburg, Louisiana, 70441. And it states here, nestled in a peaceful country setting, nice cottage-style house that's on 1.75 acres of beautiful land filled with trees and established flowering plants. There's a pop of color. 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. And the property is a fixer-upper with tremendous potential. I would have to say so myself. And let's see, it was just listed for $59,900 in January. They're down to $49,900. The house is 51 years old. And assessment at $52.30 comes in at $739. However, call the St. Helena Parish or the county clerk's office and ask for tax records. $49,900 on 1.75 acres. That is a nice find for somebody that wants to be in the South and they don't want to be in, say, Florida or Georgia or Alabama. Louisiana may be the next best state. Now we're going to head into Michigan. Check this out. So this is for someone, this is an opportunity and a possibility. You have a 2-car, what looks to be a pole building here for $35,000 on a half an acre, and it does have water and sewer and electricity. That's why I'm including it. And it's been on the market 180 days, and this building says it was constructed in 1972. It's in Harrison, Michigan at 1693 Jill Janet Street. Harrison, Michigan, 48625. So let's check it out. It's $35,000. So maybe you want a home site. Maybe you just need a garage. Maybe you need a business. Maybe you want to put a house right in this garage. If the county would let you, I would be checking this out. $35,000, half an acre. You could have plenty of room for a garden. Fence it in. So in Harrison County, Harrison, Michigan. We're in Clare County. Population is 31,000. Median home values here are right around 115,000. And your property tax rate is 1.18%. So there's your water, there's your utility. This looks nice and private. So there is a side view of it. We could fence this in, plant shrubs, half an acre, 2-car garage, basically, but it may qualify for living quarters. Or maybe you live nearby here and you need a garage. It's a possibility. It's an opportunity for something. Especially since it has the water and the electricity. You kind of tucked back in the trees, it looks like. Does have a metal roof. Plenty of potential with this. So there is another angle of it. Now you could put like a lean-to on the side. You could add on to this. You could add up. If the county would allow you to have a house here, you could have an elevated build above your 2-car garage. And that's all they're going to show of it. Unfortunately, they don't open the doors, which I'm kind of baffled by. But 1693 Jill Janet Street. So here's where we are on the map in Harrison, Michigan. Okay, so we are, let's see here. So here we are above Allendale. Lake George is right to the south of us. Marion is to the west. And Gladwin is over to the east. You have Houghton Lake up above. Pardon me if I'm mispronouncing that. And then there's Clare and Mount Pleasant to the south. So red marks a spot right there. We're west of West Branch, west of Gladwin, and northeast of Evart, E-V-A-R-T. And here's where we are on the map. And this is Harrison, Michigan right there. And there's your parcel. That looks really nice because look at your location. You don't have anyone over on the side of you that's right close. You don't have anyone behind you really that's directly behind you. You do have a neighbor over on the one side, but that looks like a very nice location. $35,000. And you're right near Canner Lakes, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And the listing states, again, on the market for 180 days. And this building was constructed in 1972. And it states here, fantastic opportunity to own a spacious half-acre lot just minutes from town. It's a versatile property already equipped with a sewer, well, and natural gas, making it a great site for your future home. 24 by 26 garage with a solid concrete floor, perfect for storage, workshop, or as staging your build. Minimum home size required is 720 square feet, plus includes taxes, includes trash removal for added convenience. So there you go. So if you could add a home on top and have an elevated build on top of your garage, check this out. It's $35,000 with the utilities and your well and septic already in place. So let's see here. It was listed for $49,900, sold for $40,000 back in 2021. Now they're asking $35,000 for it, and it's 54 years old. On an assessment of $13,900, the taxes said $92. But again, you can check with Clare County Clerk's Office for the accurate tax records. $35,000, well, septic, utilities, and a 2-car. What does it say? 24 by 26 garage. Yeah, right near town. Why not check that out? $35,000. Now we're going to head into New York. Look at this find. For any of you looking in New York and you want to be out in the middle of nowhere, this one might suit your needs. 32.5 on 1.3 acres. 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom with 1,269 square feet of living space. And it's been on the market 179 days, built in 1955. It's at 3196A Syler Road in Varysburg, New York, 14167. Let's check it out. 1.3 acres right here, you guys. And this looks like it's in the middle of nowhere. So we have a shingle roof that might need some attention. Now in Varysburg, New York, we are in Wyoming County. The population is just under 40,000 people. And your property tax rate here, however, is 2.98% in Wyoming County. And your median home values are just under $300,000. And they're asking $32,500 for this. This might be a great find for one of you that want to be, have some privacy, a little bit of land, some green space to call your own. Now that might be vinyl siding, but go check it out. You could put a metal roof on this and build some equity immediately and not have to worry about the roof. $32,500. Because again, photographs don't always do a house justice. You've really got to go take a look at these because sometimes people will bypass the lower price points thinking that there's a major problem, and there might not be. Or there could be some minor problems, but definitely worth a view nonetheless, right? That's my opinion anyway. It's all about low price and high potential here on this channel. So it looks like you do have a form of heat. Maybe that is a gas heater right there on that platform. Looks like we do have vinyl or linoleum floor. Interesting find right here. Lighten up the walls, clean it out, and call it your own. Looks like we're down to maybe hardwood flooring. That could be wide plank. Let's clean that up and see what it is. 1.3 acres. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Who wants some green space? Still going to be covered with white stuff, I would imagine, right about now, but that's okay. It's going to melt, and you could plant some flowers, have a garden. 1.3 acres, $32,500. Varysburg, New York. Plenty of room for a fire pit. And this looks, it's on gas. Wow, look how pretty that location is, you guys. Oh my. Or maybe you want to camp. Maybe you just want to get out in the country every so often. There it is, tucked back in the trees. Could get lost in there. Anybody want to get lost? Look at how pretty. Greenscape. And this is Varysburg, New York. Somebody's got to check this one out too. It's another one that just needs its person. 3196A Syler Road. Been on the market 179 days, and as I say, they do not increase in value when they're sitting vacant. Make your offer. Maybe you could get it for $29,900. Who knows? Never hurts to try, right? And it certainly doesn't hurt to look. Okay, so here we are, right off of Hemlock Glen Trail 1. Here's Syler Road. And so let's scroll out here and see where we are. Okay, you've got Rustic Woods Campground nearby. Shout out to K&K Guns. So here we have North Java right here. Here's Varysburg. And then we have Warsaw, New York, and Rock Glen, Silver Springs, Gainesville, New York, Perry, New York, over to the east. And then over to our west, we have Sheldon, Wales Hollow, East Aurora, Orchard Park, Buffalo. This is going to be right over here to the west. And then we have Batavia, Leroy, Oakfield up to the north. Rochester's up to the northeast. Brockport's up to the north. And there you have Niagara Falls, of course. And then way down here to the south of us is your Pennsylvania line. So you're not far from 86, 380, 90 for your highways. Let's get a look at the satellite view. 1.3 acres right here, you guys. There it is, $32,500 for a privacy all your own. Nice. And that's 3196A Syler Road, Varysburg, New York, 14167. And it states here, looking for a project? Be sure to check this property out, located on just over an acre on a private road. If you're thinking of buying a home to fix up and make your own, this may be for you. And it's being sold as is, but again, check the rural loans out for these. The rehab loans and the agricultural loans, because this is on 1.3 acres. It may qualify. And let's see, the history on this, it was listed in September last year for $49,900. Now they're down to $32,500. And on an assessment of $65,000, the taxes state $1,276. But again, call the Wyoming County Clerk's Office for accurate records on the taxes. But $32,500 nonetheless on 1.3 acres of land. Sweet little find right there. Or we're going to go back to Michigan, and this one is $35,000 for that 2-car garage. That is 24 by 26 in size, and that's Harrison, Michigan. Or we can go to Greensburg, Louisiana on 1.75 acres for $49,900 in the house. And then we go to Rock Island, Illinois, and this one's $50,000, and that house has 1,107 square feet. Or you go back to Arkansas, where this house is $55,500 on a little more than a quarter of an acre. And that'll do it for today's finds, you guys. Hope you're all having a great day. Happy Tuesday. And be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, share the episodes, and we'll see you in the next one, because houses with low price and high potential are coming up. Have a great day, everybody, and stay happy. Cheers.